everybody, and welcome back to the Target Transfers podcast. I'm Molly, and I'm joined by Andy today.
Hi, Molly.
And we're going to be talking to you all about our brand new transfer product, UltraColour MAX. Now, this is a bonus episode of the Target Transfers podcast, so I hope you enjoy and get a little bit more insight into what UltraColour MAX is and how it can help your business. Very exciting.
Yes, so UltraColour MAX is a direct film heat transfer. So this is, everything is kind of direct to film anyway, but this is one that's it's a kind of new version of direct to film. So this is a true direct to film heat transfer, but essentially it's another way of us bringing your fantastic designs and logos to life in a nice and easy way to apply them onto t-shirts, hoodies, bags, anything that can be heat applied. You could use this product for. But it's a really great addition because, again, it's another full color product. And anyone that's been paying attention over the last couple of years knows that full color is in big demand for customers on the high streets, online. Big full color designs are everything at the moment. But our customers, we've noticed our customers are wanting a lot more in terms of detail and color. So one of the reasons we brought out the standard UltraColor in the first instance was because that's what people want. They want nice, bold, colorful products.
And it worked for a very long time, and it still is working today. People are loving it. It's helping them grow their businesses. Customers are really impressed. High quality, quick application. We could go on. But obviously people then started requesting things like lower minimum orders, which isn't capable, UltraColor Standard isn't capable of going less than 10 purely because of the machines that we use to produce it and everything like
machines.
that. You need a minimum in order to worth it being turned on, basically. But for UltraColor MAX, we brought out the minimum of one sheet, which is, I was going to say the lowest in the UK, but it's the lowest you can possibly go. So that's very, very exciting for a lot of people, I think, as well. If you're new to heat printing and haven't really used transfers before, you don't have to. I know we do sample packs and people can sort of test our transfers, but it's not their designs, it's not their colours, it's not that level of detail. So if you have a design that you're not really sure if it'll work or not, they can order the one sheet of Max, test their designs without having to order a minimum of 10 and them not be what they wanted or not use them, and then they start with transfers they're not going to use. So that's very, very exciting in terms of what it's going to offer our customers.
It's a great way of doing some sampling for your customers. So that means that if you've got a customer and they say they want 100 or 1,000 of a transfer, which you would do with UltraColor Standard because it's still the cheapest way to do full color transfers at scale. But they say, actually, you can have the job, but I need to see it first. And if you haven't got enough jobs, perhaps to make a gang sheet and put it with some of your other work you've got going through already, you could just order one sheet for £29. So it's not a big outlay to get the job done. And then you can take it to your customer and show, look how amazing this looks. Look at the color, look at the detail. Let's move forward with the next 100 or 200 that you need off the back of that.
And if you are sampling for customers as well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am, you can, if you only fill half of the Ultra Max sheet with your customers' sample orders and you don't have enough or you don't need to fill the rest of it, UltraColor MAX and UltraColor Standard have the same vibrancy, the same soft thin finish, so you can add the exact same extra design if you're just looking to fill the transfer sheet with what you're already using with Ultra Standard, and just have extra transfers or extra neck labels, and the quality and the finish will be exactly the same.
Absolutely.
Cool.
The other great thing as well is it means it gives you lots of ways to do personalization at scale. So this could be either if you're, let's say for instance, you're doing lots of gifts and there's products where you might put someone's name on it and do some initials or kind of slogans, but they're very personalized. And normally you might actually do them as print and cut, or you do them as vinyl, so they only tend to be one color, or you've got to layer some vinyl, which is time consuming because it's the weeding and the layering and the mistakes that can happen doing that. It means you've got a multicolor option there, which can have tones and gradients, still with lots of detail, lots of color, but you could just fill it. You could fill a whole sheet with different initials. You could probably get 80 different sets of initials on there, and then it's just £29 divided by 80, which is going to end up being cheaper than the labour cost of actually cutting those out in vinyl and reading them all yourself.
Yeah.
Or one of the ways that we've been seeing it used a little bit already is, so for instance, anyone that listened to episode 2, they would have heard Daniel from For Me talking about his NFT projects, and obviously that's a one-to-one product. So he's got I think it's 5,555 variations of all of his designs.
It's a very even number.
Very even number, but there's no way of doing. There wasn't before we brought this out. There's not a way of doing a high-quality print version of all those products. So you say someone buys the NFT from you, but you also want to provide them with a T-shirt which has either the numbering of the product or an inch of every single design different on each T-shirt, but still have that vibrancy and colour and detail. There was no way of doing it up until now. But now there's a commercial grade heat transfer that's available as a one for the first time ever. So it's fantastic even if you're doing like premium, like expensive designer gear as well.
Yeah.
It's it's a great way of doing it.
Brilliant. And the other things you mentioned about UltraColour MAX as well is the peel element, which a lot of people at the show were very excited about. At print room promotion, that had a real wow factor that we didn't have to wait. It was an instant peel. So yes, UltraColour MAX is a hot peel transfer. So there's no waiting around once it's finished. You literally pull it straight out of the press and without even removing the T-shirt from the pattern, whip off the carrier, and it's done.
Nice and easy.
Nice and quick.
Yeah, so for anyone that's already using UltraColour or 1:5 colour transfers, in terms of how you should work this into your product set, it's literally, if you're using UltraColour already and you just want to sample or do one-offs, it's exactly the same. If anyone's watching on YouTube, you can see up close, we've got colour and the detail here. Looks phenomenal.
That's the wrong camera.
Sorry, wrong camera.
There we go.
There you go. Amazing colour and detail that you come to expect from Target transfers and UltraColour in general. So in terms of how it would actually feel as an end product, it's no different. It's got that really nice soft finish, as you mentioned, super premium. It's going to wash and wash and wash again, outlast the garment, just as all our transfers do.
Yeah.
It just means that you can do ones basically, which is
completely new to the game.
Exactly. So it's it's already been launched in the US, and the customers there are just loving it.
It's gone mad, hasn't it?
It has really
Absolutely
gone mad.
mad.
It's proven really popular, and we're seeing it adopted by sort of everyone really: school wear, gym wear, cheerleading, and also big brands as well. So in one of our Stahls companies, they do a lot of the application work and fulfillment for some of the biggest sports brands and sports teams in the US, and they've all adopted it and loved it straight away as well. So it's not just a promo product as you might expect from someone who's been around the industry for 10, 20 years, and one-off products tend to be quite cheap and they don't feel as good, they don't wash as well. This is a premium level commercial transfer now, which is completely different to anything that's other than the UltraColour that we already have, but in terms of from a one-off point of view, it's unlike anything else that's been around before.
They know UltraColour already. They know that. They like that. We don't need to cover that one. But yes, no, it has been very popular. Everyone at the show was loving it. I suppose the only other way that people previous to Max, thinking about time saving, it would either have been print and cut or vinyl, which isn't as full colour or vibrant, takes a much, much longer time to do that.
It's got the weeding, it's still got weeding.
Yeah, cut, weed, and it still isn't the as full colour result really. So yeah.
And you can, and like you mentioned before, you can do neck labels on this.
Yes,
which you definitely can't do on any kind of vinyl product. Not without spending a lot of time cutting and weeding, but the detail's so fine on these that you could do a whole sheet of neck labels on one jumbo 55 by 55 centimetre sheet, and they look phenomenal.
Yeah.
In the testing that we've done on them.
I'm so excited to see the designs that everyone puts through, because we do check the UltraColour machine when it's on.
Yeah.
Of what's going through and what you guys are printing at the moment. But I'm really excited to see what the most popular use of Max is, whether it is really random, wacky designs that people are testing, or like how many neck labels we get, or names, initials, smaller clubs. I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
And to be honest with you, I mean, we talk about full color here, and the tones and gradients are phenomenal. But if you wanted to do sort of one-offs as a one-color product as well to test before you went and then bought the screen, a 1 to 5 color screen product, there's no reason you couldn't do that, because the whites and the blacks on this are really pop when they put on t-shirts as well. So it means it's a way of sampling and doing even just one color stuff. So it doesn't have to be full color if you don't want to. If your products are just white and black, sort of traditional vinyl or transfer colors, just if you're just doing slogan work, then it could still look phenomenal on it. The whites and the blacks are just as good as any other heat application product out there.
Yeah, definitely. So as I say, the whites and blacks, there's no difference between the two in terms of what comes out of Max and the screen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously screen is still going to be Pantone match, so if it's a particular shade of black that you want, it'll still be better to do that on screen at scale. So
for cost reasons.
For cost, if you order Max if you just want one. If you're ordering more than 10 of any transfer, you go with the traditional 1 to 5 color UltraColour, because that's where your price points are going to be. With UltraColour MAX, the price is going to stay the same, even if you're ordering 10, 20, 100. But with our traditional products, you can order 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000. The price will keep going down and down. So a lot of them start off about sort of the £5-6 mark, and then by the time you order 50, they've gone down to £2.50 or £1.60 if it gets to like 200. So they're still the one. You're doing 200 or more than 10, but you really notice it like 200, then you really make really good cost savings. It's a lot more scalable for your product that way. So I wouldn't necessarily order 50 sheets of UltraColour MAX. I would use it for small runs and short runs or one-offs, but you can get a lot from your sheets. So I mean, I've got a 55 by 55 centimetre jumbo sheet in front of me, and these are all large designs, so probably 10 by 10 centimetres, give or take.
Huge.
Yeah, and a couple of sort of like 25 by 20s, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got about 35 designs on here. So I've managed to get 35 jobs out for £29, so less than £1 per transfer to sample. You know, you can't really say fairer than that, to be honest.
No. They do look very good as well.
Yeah. I know a lot of people have been asking, a lot of people asked us at the show, why would they buy direct-to-film heat transfers from us? You can buy direct-to-film heat transfer machines out there for yourself. And for anyone that wants to look into it, you're sort of looking around the sort of starting price, sort of £20,000 to £25,000
for a setup.
Plus probably another 10 to 15 to get the area you need it to be, and then probably another however much you're going to pay for someone to operate it. So that's the kind of the thing to bear in mind, is that Target Transfers and Stahls and Transfer Express in the US, we're all the leading heat transfer manufacturer companies within our continent, and across Europe as well, Stahls Europe and Stahls Asia. So there are cheap direct-to-film products out there, and by all means have a go with them, try them. But I can guarantee you that the combined number of years of transfer printing across all the different continents with Stahls companies, and there's probably in the thousands of years of experience at this point. So when I say a commercial level direct film transfer, what I mean is that this is going to be the longest lasting, the best color, the best detail out of everything that's available. So you're buying from the leading transfer manufacturer in the world.
I suppose unless...
Gives you peace of mind.
Yes, exactly. And I suppose unless your business is at the point where you're ready to start doing like either DTG or like DTF on scale, and it's purely for your brand and you can churn those designs out every day, it's a no-brainer in terms of why you choose UltraMax over a DTF setup, because of the cost of it, what's involved with running it, all of the specifications you have to take.
Probably taken a couple of years of research and development before to bring this product to market. That's the main thing to bear in mind. There's a lot of transfer printing and
Research.
transfer producing is it's a skill set, it's a vocation, you know, and you can't, it's not just something that anyone can just start doing the next day.
And as I say, it's the quality as well. If you're planning on doing it, it will take you months to probably get the machine, a very, very long time to figure it out, to get to the level of quality. Like you said, thousands of years of experience, you're not going to beat that in a few months to get your transfer machine up and running. So go with Ultra Max, have the one sheet, and you're sorted. We did all the hard work for you.
Exactly. So just to recap, this UltraColour MAX is now available. You can order just one. It's £29 for a 55 by 55 centimetre sheet. It washes phenomenally. The colour's great. The detail's fantastic. And we've got lots of live events planned. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube. You follow us on Facebook. Because you get a chance to watch along live. We do lots of creations, and you can ask us as many questions as you want live, and in person we'll answer all of them for you.
It's going to be good. So head online to custom.targettransfers.com to get your sheet of UltraColour MAX transfers. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to our podcast, and make sure you're following us on socials to be the first to know when new episodes are uploaded. I think that's it for today.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to you, Molly.
Thank you to you, and see you later.